Do you remember? We had such heavy winds lately and the tarp was gone from the roof.
No.
So it rained inside the roof, and you can see this here. When last week we discovered that there's water damage in the wall and also in the floor, but I thought that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I think we can rescue it pretty easily. I was wrong. It's worse. Oh God! It's a bathtub! I always wanted one.
Oh, schön.
All the rain came down the walls, collected here, and that's where we have the water damage. It's actually so bad that we have to take out the whole floor. Maybe we don't have to take it out. Maybe I could ignore it and live with the constant fear that there might be mold under my floor. But I'd rather take out the whole floor because now we can do it. See, the problem is most of the water damage is concentrated to a couple places on this side. The only exception is this part. I can reach under here with my arm and I can feel that it's actually getting wetter the closer we come to this side. And the thing is that there's one leak right here. And my concern is that the water is going all under this part. And the only way to check this is to take out the whole floor, because this is how the floorboards lay. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Quick build montage.
Yeah.
That was 20 minutes? Easy. Oh, it's all it's all wet. Is it? No, it's just cold. I don't know what to hope for. I don't want there to be water damage, but I kind of want there to be water damage. So this was not for nothing. What do you want?
I want it. You check it out now.
Okay. Oh, yay. Oh, okay. This is wet too. The rest seems dry. And this is dry enough. Okay. We took out the whole floor for this. But, I mean, you know. Okay, but now that we're having this open, let's check it out. Yeah, but that's okay. Oh no. Here's more. I didn't even expect there to be anything here. Check this out. This is soaking wet.
Oh my God.
Ach du Scheiße. How did this happen? All of this is soaking. How did this happen? And here it's dry. It must have been the roof. It must have been the roof. Oh, this is wet. Scheiße, dann ist das verdammt. Alter, dann krieg ich einen Affen, ne? Okay, so I'm glad we took out the floor. I mean, we can reuse most of the floorboards, so it's just work time. And I have to buy a bunch of new insulation, but I'm happy to pay that price because the alternative would have been super bad. And now it feels like it's airing out all the wet spots from the outside is opened up so it can air out the wet spots from the inside. They can breathe, it can all dry. The only thing that really, really, really bothers me and worries me is the bed. Don't want to take out the bed. Can we maybe drill a hole into the floor?
Yes.
And fix that later?
Inspection time.
Inspection holes.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a problem, we then know at least we're not doing this for nothing. And if it's fine, we can patch it up.
Yes. Wir müssen es wissen jetzt.
Ja, wir müssen das wissen, das geht nicht anders. Yeah, there's no other way to do this, I think.
It's dry?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no.
I don't know, I can tell. It's damp. It's not as bad as the other corners. For sure, not as bad. Was sagst du?
Es ist okay. Es ist ein bisschen feucht, ja, aber es ist minimal.
Ist nicht so doll wie die anderen, ne?
Nein, das ist okay.
Ah, okay, aber lass mehr Proben nehmen noch. Ah, my ass is not dry anymore. It's a little damp, same, I think. Okay, the bed seems to be fine. It is a little damp, but it's also a breathable construction. So it's not wet, it's damp. And I think that's okay. I will leave those holes open. If I could give you some advice, or if I can give myself some advice, don't do this in the wintertime. Build a tiny house in the summertime, when it's nice out, when it's dry, when it's not raining too much, or build it inside. I think this is the major takeaway from this.
Yeah, but you were also in a special situation with Lieselotte. You haven't the choice.
Yeah, I had a house that had a water damage, so...
No, you have two.
Okay, but bottom line, I'm happy we did it. For some reason, it kind of makes me feel capable, that I'm able to find that there's something wrong, and then I just go ahead and rip out the floor, see what's wrong, and then hopefully fix it. Hey Smoothie! Hallo Männer! Hi Männlein! Hi, warte, komm mal her. Was passiert? Smootho? Wo sind die Mäuschen? Ah. Okay, so while this is, a big setback and it's unfortunate, the timing is pretty good because this needs to dry for a couple days and I'm going on a trip for a couple days. I am obsessed with finding perfect workwear because it's what I wear pretty much 95% of the time. So a couple years ago, I think it was 2019, I went to the store in New York called the BDDW store and I found the perfect work pants called the Furniture Maker Pants. And I was so in love with it that I researched it a little bit and found out who made it. And I contacted the guy and said, I love your pants, I just wanted to let you know. And over the years we became friends, and this guy is called Tyler Hayes.
I'm Tyler Hayes. I am the guy behind BDDW and M-Crow. My life's goal is to design and make from scratch everything I touch in my life.
The thing is, he makes everything. Furniture, ceramics, he paints, he makes his own clothes, he has a radio station, and he brews his own beer. He basically does it all.
When I was 5 years old, I got a sewing machine, an old black Singer from my grandmother, and that's the first time I got into making things, and sewing was the first thing I did.
So now what I wanted to do is make a jacket that is just as perfect as this pair of pants. So I asked Tyler if he would be interested in developing a cool work jacket with me. And surprisingly, he said yes. And that's why I'm in Philadelphia, in his shop for the first time. And I cannot tell you how impressed I am with his work. So in the studio, we took a day and played around with concepts for jackets, workwear in general, and I think we came up with a pretty cool idea. So the concept is not to only make a work jacket, but also a life jacket. So it's a reversible jacket that you can wear in your shop, but when you have to run out to go shopping, meet friends, I don't know, enjoy life a little bit, you don't have to go change, you just flip the jacket around and you're good to go. I love that, and you would not believe how often I'm with my friends and I'm the only one covered in sawdust, covered in dirt from my shop, and I wish I had this jacket that I could just flip around and look like a regular person. So we took a lot of time to think about pockets, where those are placed, especially having two sides. You have to be smart about which pocket goes so it doesn't get in the way. It was so much fun, especially working with Tyler, who knows so much about all these things, and also his team, who are complete experts in making clothes. I think it's going to be so cool. Once we had the concept down, we actually went a bit further and drove to Tyler's fabric mill, because Tyler is the kind of guy who likes to make everything from scratch.
I became like a little bit of a junkie for the texture of fabric. Love it. Always been obsessed with it. As I've gotten older, got involved with this old mill where we now make for fabric from scratch. So, you know, I'm not far from an expert, but I understand a warp and a weft, and it's just a process that is an endless amount of possibilities, and fabric is one of the things that we touch the most in our lives. Texture of fabric and what it's made of is a big passion of mine.
We looked at those old, perfect looms. I think there are only 2 places like this in America that make denim like it was used to make. And then we talked to the people there who know a lot of fabric.
My name's Pat Klein. I've been here since 1985. Long time. We do all kinds of historic restoration work. We do commission weaving, just a little bit of anything. If it's something we can do, we certainly consider working on it.
And then we talked to the people there who know a lot about fabric and got inspired and went back and forth of what to work with, and we settled on moleskin.
Tyler came to me with the moleskin fabric, which I had no idea what it was, but I looked in my books. Basically, it's an 8-shaft satin fabric that is primarily used for workwear. Basically, it's all cotton, and it's a fairly hard-wearing, durable fabric.
And what we do now is wait for the samples of the fabric, wait for the samples of the pattern that we came up with, put it all together, and then probably go back a couple times, switch out things that we thought we liked but now didn't like, go back and forth, because we both want this jacket to be perfect, which means it will probably take a couple months until we settled on a finished prototype. But yeah, I think it's really cool that we have so much time and that we can let the jacket develop and make sure it's the best jacket we can come up with. So I will keep you posted about this. And while I was in New York, I also visited the Sachs studio and built a couple projects there. So obviously there's always stuff to do in the studio, but my 2 favorite projects was 1, a little drawer for Festool accessories, because I'm secretly trying to convince Tom that Festool is obviously so much better than Makita and that he should switch. So that is my secret project. And then another thing is for Tom's new conference room, I built him this little prison door thing where you can put a food tray through this opening. And I especially liked how the hinges work, and basically just used angle brackets to make this opening and closing mechanism, and it was just perfect. So that concludes my Philadelphia/New York trip. And now it's time to go home. It's time to face my own projects, see if my tiny house dried up enough so I can start or continue to work on it, continue to fix the water damage problems, and then hopefully work on the outside, finish the roof, just to make sure that we never, ever, ever have water damage problems, ever ever again. Please. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. As much as I enjoy traveling the world and working with people that I love and admire, I'm so inspired by, and I will see you next week with a new video.